Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm here in Shelly Bay, Bermuda. I'm actually trying to hide from the wind, so that's why I'm squatting down like a weirdo. I'm going to be bringing you a 15 to 20 minute Pilates workout that's going to challenge your core and improve your flexibility. So grab your mat, grab your water, and let's go.
Okay, hi guys, how's it going? Let's start this one off at the top of our mats. Feet together, arms hanging loosely by your sides. I want you to inhale, take your arms up to the sky, and exhale, release them back down. Inhale, fingertips reaching up, and exhale, rolling one vertebrae at a time down into forward fold. Exhaling all of that air out, pausing, and then stacking back up to standing, reaching those fingertips tall. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Exhale, rolling down. Inhale, raising back up again. Taking note of any stiffness in your legs or in your back. Staying here in forward fold, fingertips on the mat, coming up to flat back, gazing toward the top of your mat, and then releasing into forward fold. Inhaling to flat back, and exhaling again, forward fold. Feeling the length between your ears and your shoulders. And last one. This time walking your hands forward. And we're actually going to put our knees down onto the mat, come into an all fours position for cat-cow. So first, I want you to tuck your chin, arching your back, looking down toward the mat, then releasing to neutral spine and gazing up toward the sky, arching your back the other way. And then repeating here, looking down toward the mat, exhaling, looking up toward the sky. If it helps, try to think of your spine like a wave, and each vertebrae moves individually and with control. Now feel free to stay with this, or as you'll see me do, I'm going to add on to this movement, taking my hands out a little ways in front of me, and this time driving through the hips and rippling through the spine, before pressing back, almost into like a child's pose. So again, pressing through the hips, through the butt, rippling through the spine, opening through the chest, and gazing up towards the sky. Very slow, very controlled. And if you can, see if you can add on correct breathing. Inhaling forward, filling your lungs with oxygen as you look up toward the sky, and then exhaling slow and controlled as you sit back. And we've got just a couple more of these. I'll be quiet so you can concentrate. And last one, go ahead and sit right back, enjoy the stretch for your shoulders, and then tucking your toes under, coming into a downward dog. Go ahead and pedal your feet to wake up through the arches and through the calves. Pressing the ground away with your hands, staying strong and not drooping through the shoulders and the back. A few more breaths here. If you can, try to dig a little deeper into the stretch. Try to drive your heels down towards the mat even more. And now that you're a pro rippler, I want you to ripple forward into a high plank, strong through the arms, and then exhale back into a downward dog. And we're gonna just alternate here. Inhale, rippling forward, and exhale, pressing back through the hips, through the heels, strong throughout, squeezing your core. And just keep going, we got 4 more. And you've got 1 more, pressing back on the exhale and inhaling forward into plank. We're gonna stay here, lift the right leg and hold. Just keep your gaze on the mat, don't kick your neck, and we've got about 10 seconds to go. And lowering down, raising up that left leg. We're gonna do the same thing here, holding, breathe. Make sure your body isn't rocking towards one side. Keep your hips nice and level. And we've got just a few more seconds. You can do it. Last couple breaths and releasing back down, pressing into downward dog. We're gonna take that right leg up now into a 3-legged downward dog, as high as you can get it. Focus on trying to get the legs straight, not the vertical height. And when you're ready, step that foot forward between your hands, coming up into a high lunge, opening through the chest, Interlock those fingers and reach them up toward the sky, a little bit behind your head. And find your balance here, find your breath. And now take your fingertips down toward the mat, lower the back knee, and I want you to come into a calf stretch here, really pressing the hips toward the back of the mat. Flex that front foot, and don't just let your body collapse here over your leg. Try to stay lifted. You can even come into sort of a half flat back. And then shift your weight forward, press through the hips. You really want to press forward with the right hip and almost press back with the left one to create an opposition. And make sure you're still lifted, and then press back again into the calf stretch. Fingertips just for support. Really breathing as you dig into the stretch. And last time again, pressing forward, opening the hips. This one's one of my favorites. If you do sit a lot during the day, this is a great one just to add into your daily routine. So then tuck that back toe and press yourself back into down dog, taking that left leg up into a three-legged down dog this time. Pausing here. And when you're ready, stepping that foot forward, placing it between the hands on the mat. Slowly lifting up into a high lunge. Opening through the chest, squeezing your back, your shoulders, fingertips pointing out and away into the sky. And then lowering your hands down, gently coming back into that calf stretch like we did before. Make sure you're flexing that front foot to really get everything out of the stretch. And then on the inhale, shifting your weight forward, coming into the hip opener stretch again. Breathing here. And once more shifting back, calf stretch. Remember to try to keep your back flat. Don't let your body collapse over your leg. And then last time, shifting forward, opening through the hips, enjoying the deep stretch. And then go ahead and tuck your back toe, stepping that left foot back, coming into plank, and we're gonna hold. Try to find your strength. Like if someone was to come sit on you right now, you'd be able to keep going, you wouldn't even notice. Hold just for a few more seconds, and then go ahead and bend your elbows, come down into a hover, pause, and then sweep up into up dog, opening through the chest, gazing up toward the sky. And then drive back through the hips, planting your knees and coming into a child's pose, and just giving yourself a few breaths here. Really open through the shoulders. Try to reach your fingertips a little bit further towards the top of the mat. And with every exhale, try to drive your hips toward the ground a little further. Okay, so next up, we're gonna do some ab work in a 3/4 roll-up position. So come into seated, legs out in front of you, feet a few inches apart, and I want you to just roll down until you really can't roll down any further. It's your maximum point. And stay right here, abs tight. Pretend like you are carrying a ball, and we're gonna take that ball in a circle, up and around our heads. Really challenging the core here. And try not to let your upper body move at all. It should stay in the exact same spot for the entire movement. Really just focus on squeezing your abs, staying lifted through the chest, and go ahead and switch directions and take the ball the other way. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Breathe. You got a few more here. Your abs should be burning by now, and if they're not, you need to lower your body down more. And last one. Good. You can go ahead now and lower all the way down. We're gonna come into full roll-ups now, so just slowly make your way all the way down to your mat. Take your arms long, legs long, and we're gonna just peel up off the mat, trying to make a C curve with your back, reaching long over the toes, stacking back up to seated, and lowering back down again. I want you to pause right before you peel off the mat to make sure you're not using momentum, because that totally defeats the purpose. Really take it nice and slow. Try to visualize every vertebrae hitting the mat, peeling off the mat, exhaling all of that breath out as you come into the forward fold, and then inhaling back down. Really pulling in the tummy as you articulate lower back, middle back, upper back onto the mat, and then repeat again, exhaling, folding forward. And you've got about 6 more of these. I'll be quiet. Just go ahead at your own pace. And go ahead and finish up your last one. Come down now onto your back. And we're gonna just take some quick leg stretches here to prepare for our ab series, which really benefits from having flexible legs. First up, right knee to chest. Left leg long, you can roll the ankles. If you like, you can lift the left leg up off the ground. Really point through the toes. Feel the strength through that left leg. And now take that right knee out to the side, guiding it with your hand to open through the inner thigh, open through the hips. And then take it across the left leg and now feel it through the glute, stretching that butt, looking over the right hand. Very nice. Now I want you to take that right leg and extend it long. Try to get it straight. Even if it means you're not very far off the ground, that's fine. Take a few ankle rolls, and then use that right hand to guide the right leg out to the right. Again, opening through the inner leg. And then wrap that leg around the left one. Again, stretching through the glute. Before bringing it back to center, and go ahead and now switch. So we're gonna take left knee to chest. Couple breaths here, couple ankle rolls. And then take it out to the left using your left hand. And then go ahead and wrap the left knee over the right leg and look over the left arm this time. Very nice. Take the left leg long now, hamstring stretch. Again, you can roll the ankles. And then take that left leg out to the left side. Really opening through the inner thighs, stretching the backs of the legs. And then go ahead and gently guide it across the right leg, again stretching through the glute. Alright, so now your legs should be feeling a little bit looser, more limber, and we are ready to do the Pilates Big 5, starting with single leg stretch. Right knee to chest, peeling your head and shoulders up off the mat, and alternating your legs, pointing through the toes, bringing in your knees only until they're 90 degrees, and then switching. Switch and switch. A few more. And then taking the right leg long, we're going to do single straight leg stretch, same thing, but with straight legs. And stay lifted through the chest, fingertips on the calves just for guidance. Try to squeeze a little bit more each time. And last one, tabletop position, double leg stretch. So taking your legs out, arms out, and then swooping them around, squeezing at the top of the motion, and around. Really stay strong. I know the tendency is to drop your upper body, but you should really be staying as stationary as possible. Pointing through the feet, trying to lower your legs as far as you can, but you can raise them if it's just too challenging. And you've got a few more here. These are hard, just keep going. And last one, hands under hips, double leg raise. Pilates stance, so heels together, toes apart. Don't let your head and shoulders drop, keep them lifted, core strong. Really slow down the movement. You should be feeling this by now, and if you're not, try to add a little bit of a lift, peeling your butt off the mat when you take your legs to vertical. And just breathe, keep breathing. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. You've got a few more. And last one, you got this. And hands behind the head, crisscross. We got 20 to go. Opposite elbow to opposite knee, trying to reach beyond the knee, not just connect with it. Staying lifted through the chest, through the shoulders. And whatever you do, don't forget to breathe. And last one, awesome job, awesome. You can take those legs to one side, windshield wiper, and to the other side, just to release through the abs. Great job, hug your knees to your chest. And come up to a seated position now. We're gonna just finish with some classic Pilates moves. Take those feet out, mat width, reaching your arms long at shoulder height, and then take that right hand, reach it beyond the left toes, 2 pulses, and then back to seated, and repeat on the other side. Look over the back shoulder, and it's exhale, exhale, and inhale, seated. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Letting your breath drive your rhythm, sinking the back of your knees down into the ground, and trying to reach a little further with your fingertips every time. Now staying nice and tall, zip up the legs and take those arms out in front of you. We're gonna just do a seated spinal stretch. So melting your chin to your chest, curving through the upper back, middle back, lower back, and then stacking back up to seated. This is a very small range of motion, very controlled, and you're not trying to take your nose to your knees just yet. You're looking for the C curve in the spine and then stacking back up tall. Just by practicing this movement, you'll increase your spinal mobility, your spinal flexibility. You'll have more control of the precise movements of your vertebrae. The tendency really is to collapse forward. I don't want you to do this quite yet. Just stay lifted, reaching through the fingertips. All right, go ahead and actually let yourself fold over your legs. Just take a seated forward fold here. And then when you're ready, I want you to pick your legs up off the ground into a boat position. And we're gonna take a twist here. Just placing the palms together to help you visualize, almost like you were rowing a boat. Try to keep your legs zipped up and your core really, really tight. You should be feeling this in your obliques, especially if you're doing it on a ramp like me. And now come to center and we're gonna take some toe taps. And if you like, you can add a full boat after every 2 toe taps, or just do toe taps. It's challenging enough just to hold this position. Try to keep that upper body completely still, no movement, don't let yourself drop, and just stay strong here. This one's great for flexibility and you're challenging the core. It's like a win-win. Keep going, you're almost done. Okay, we're now gonna go into a little bit of a variation from open leg rocker. So if you can, come into full boat. If you can't do this, just keep your legs bent, that's okay. And wherever you're at, whether it's calves or whether you can grab your feet, I want you to just keep your upper body still and open and close your legs. You may start on your calves and then walk up to your feet if that's easier for your balance. And just focus on squeezing your abs, keeping your legs strong, focusing your gaze on a point. And we're almost done with these. Great job releasing down. Those are really tough. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of side work and then we're done. So coming onto your right side now, your legs should be slightly bent. Plant that right hand right underneath your shoulder, and we're gonna come into Mermaid side bends. I don't know why they're called that. Squeeze through the right side to lift yourself up off the mat, reaching that left hand over your head, pausing for a moment and then lowering back down, just tapping your butt slightly on the mat and then lifting back up again. We got 10 of these. You should definitely feel work along the right side of your body, your right obliques, and you should be feeling a stretch all along the left side of your body. It should feel glorious. And we're almost done with this side. Reaching through the left fingertips, and then go ahead and place the left hand on the mat, come into your plank, hold here, breathe, and go ahead and release, rotate around. We're gonna come into the side bends on the left side. So get yourself situated. The right foot should be slightly in front of the left, knees slightly bent, planting that left hand this time, and reaching through the right fingertips as you come up into a side plank. Just tapping the butt on the mat, don't come all the way down. And then reaching long again, this time feeling the stretch all along the right side of the body. And you got 5 more to go. Squeezing through the left obliques and lowering. Squeeze and lower. And last one, rotate again into your plank position. Make it your best plank yet. Go ahead and add a little bit of a rock here just to prepare yourself for Chaturanga Dandasana. And then when you're ready, push forward, lowering down into hover, pressing up through the chest, opening through the chest into up dog, and then pressing your hips back toward the back of the mat, down dog, and coming into plank again, lowering Chaturanga, up dog, and you can peel your legs up off the mat into my favorite position if you want to, pausing for a moment and then pressing your hips back into down dog, pedaling the feet. And we've got one more, make it count. Lower down slowly, feeling the strength through your arms, opening through the chest. And this time, press yourself back into child's pose and give yourself a well-deserved stretch here. Thanks so much for doing some Pilates with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe because it really supports my channel. I'll see you again soon. Bye!